Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? How's everybody? What's up, Jose? How's it going,
What's
man?
going on, kid? Long time no see, bro.
I
What's good?
know. Hey man, just here, blessed, man. Happy to be back here. It's been a long week, so much going on, but it's been a
Mm,
beautiful Saturday. It's been a beautiful week, a lot of work,
yeah,
things going on. But hey, we're blessed and just happy to be back here, man. How was your week?
good, man. Working, busy, taking care of Nani, and doing my thing, bro. But other than that, not bad.
Just
Same
being a
thing.
dad, huh?
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yeah, that's going on, man. No,
Hmm.
it's definitely been a week, man. There's so much going on, between work and getting the kids and stuff like that. So also in the news, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if you heard, the little earthquake that happened up here in the East Coast. That was a
Hmm.
little something, it shook a lot of people. A lot of people. So some people were scared. Other people, they were, like, yeah, but
Well, how often we expect a friggin' you know earthquake in New England? You know,
definitely not that often. So I think it took a lot of people by like surprise, because like you said, that's something that is unexpected around here. But
Mhm.
thank God that nothing happened. It wasn't anything major, and we hope it stays that way.
Thank God.
You know.
But I think New York got the most of it, right? Because
Well,
I think it was off the coast of New York, right, or New
yeah,
Jersey, or something like
New York and New Jersey. I
that.
think the earthquake actually happened in New Jersey.
Mm,
That's where it actually happened, and it was felt from New Jersey up until Maine, I think. So
dang.
it was pretty strong, man. I know I was working, and my brother sent a text message asking, like in a group chat that we have.
Yeah.
He's asking if we felt that, and at the moment I didn't understand. Then you start getting like notifications on the phone, of what's going on. With social media nowadays, man, like something happens and boom, boom, the whole world knows
Everything,
what's going on. It's not
everything,
like
man.
before you had to wait until the 6 o'clock news before
No.
you
I
before
did
you
see
knew
like
what was
a
going on.
small video. I saw a small video of a rooftop. It was like a pool or something in New
Mhm.
York, and the pool was just going swaying back and forth the whole building, and people were like, "What the hell?" Man?
No, no, it was
I don't
crazy.
think nobody expected. Obviously nobody's gonna expect it unless you're a scientist hiding in your basement somewhere, recording these things.
No, I actually saw last night. I was looking on social media and I saw a lot of videos. So like, every most of the people nowadays they have like security cameras, and the
Mm,
security cameras caught everything, bro. And I'll tell you, man, I know it was only like, I think 4.73, something like that, but
mm,
it looked strong, on video.
mm.
So thank God I didn't
You can
feel it.
catch all these cameras can catch everything except the Epstein file.
That got lost somewhere.
No, nobody knows where the Epstein file is, right?
uh, yeah,
We
yeah,
can catch everything else on camera.
What's going on, Ruben? How's it going, man? Have a blessed Saturday, bro. Hope you're doing
It's
good.
my brother. Oh, he's just standing by for WrestleMania, bro. He don't care about this podcast right now. He just wants to see The Rock come down the
I know
aisle, bro.
they're in Philadelphia, right? It's tonight. They're in Philadelphia,
I
I
don't
think.
even know where it is, man. If it wasn't for him, really, man, I wouldn't
Ruben,
even
let
be
us
up to
know
date.
where they are today, because I
Yeah.
think, if I'm not mistaken, I know this doctor, bro, who literally traveled with like six other doctors to go to WrestleMania. Believe it or not. Yes, yes. See, it's in Philadelphia, man. So imagine
I had
that,
no idea.
five doctors, bro. People that you trust your life are going and watch WrestleMania, and to them it's like a Super Bowl, because
Oh yeah.
they actually left, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 or 3 days ago, because they had other events happening. It's not just tonight, before, prior
Mhm.
to
Oh
WrestleMania,
yeah, they got the Hall
they
of
have
Fame.
like events going on. Yeah, so they were out there partying, man. But hey, go figure
So
that one out, man.
I remember when WrestleMania was only a day, one day on a Sunday night. Now it's a 3-day event, bro. You got the Hall of Fame. You got WrestleMania Part One, WrestleMania Part Two. Like how much how much WrestleMania can you take, man? You know what I mean?
I guess we gotta ask Rumor for that. He's the man. He's the man to might have all the answers to that because
Yeah.
always
See, look, today he says it right now. Today and tomorrow.
um,
I lost track of that, man. I lost track of that. I
I
mean,
think
if it wasn't because of him, I wouldn't really know anything.
I
You know
stopped
what's going
watching
on.
wrestling a long time ago, man. It's
Yeah.
fun though. Um, I think that when people go to the live events, you could tell
Mhm.
they enjoying what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's
Fanatics, bro.
definitely fanatic. It's definitely a different experience. So
Mhm.
whatever floats your boat, man. I like boxing.
Yeah.
I get into boxing and my football, man. I can't wait for the
Yeah.
football season and
Oh, to start on, man, you gotta wait. What?
I know.
July's mini camp.
Mini camp. No, mini camp starts in August. No,
Okay.
August actually is is it preseason? Hmm. Now you got
I
me
think so. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think July is mini camp.
mini camp, and then you
Yeah.
got the training camp and all that stuff like that. But
Yeah.
also the Celtics, man. How about that win yesterday, bro?
I like what Joe Mazzulla did, man, with the like towards the end. He took out all the starters and left all the bench players in there to figure it out, man. And they actually did. I was sweating. I was like, oh man, these guys are gonna ruin a 15, 20 point lead, man.
Mhm.
And they actually pulled it off, man.
It was a
They were
close
going back and
game.
forth.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a close game, but they took the
Until it wasn't.
they took that W, man. It doesn't matter. I was looking at their schedule not too long ago, and I think you and I were talking about like how they're dominating every single team they play. They
In
don't
every
have a
category.
game that is
Defense.
even the games that they lost, they're not scoring less than 100 points, man. And that's unbelievable. Bro. That
That's
is,
impressive.
if you're a Celtics fan right now, you
This is the year. This is the year.
you got to be very, very happy, especially if you're like
None of that means anything. None of that means anything if
don't
we
win.
don't win.
Yeah,
We have to win, bro.
yeah, that's true.
All those stats and everything else don't even matter, man. Because look what happened last year with the Bruins. You know what I mean? You know,
They had an outstanding
perfect
record.
stats,
Mhm.
winning left and right, and what? They go ahead and choke. Choke. Not they couldn't even get out the first round, bro. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
man.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, man. You know what what does it matter if you can't win it all? You know? You're going to get a banner for, "Oh yeah, you great season." I don't want that banner. I don't want a great season banner.
You guys
I
got a
want-
great record.
Yeah.
Here's your medals.
Yeah,
No,
I'm good with
in
that.
this case, you have to win a championship, man.
Yeah,
They-
yeah.
You will not take nothing less than a championship because
You can't.
they're playing out of their mind, man.
Mhm.
They're blocking shots. They're
Mhm.
they're dominating. I
Offense,
think
defense,
offense, defense,
everything.
man. And like you said, even the bench, it has proven to be a really, really good. So
Listen,
I'm
that
very
Hauser kid,
excited. The
that
what?
Hauser kid, I forgot his first name. Hauser. That boy's lights out 3-point shooter, bro.
Oh, shooter, yeah, that's for sure.
Then you got Pritchard coming out the bench too. You know what I mean? That little kid. Oh my dude, they're on fire, man.
Yeah,
And then Al Horford, man, what is he? What is he? 60? And he's still blocking shots.
Yeah, he's 75. But that's what I'm saying. They're blocking shots left and right, and I think that
It's
I'm
crazy.
I'm a great believer of defense, man. If you can,
Yeah.
block shots, man, you'll definitely win a game. Blocking shots and rebounds very important in basketball. Baseball, man. I know you're down in Florida, but you gotta love them Red Sox, man. So
Love. It's a love and hate relationship with these guys. We expected to. Well, everybody. Well, the media was trashing them at the beginning of the season. They didn't think they were gonna be this successful. I guess we lead in ERA is like 1.8 or something like that right now. After last night, before last night it was 1.58 or something like that.
yeah.
So they've only allowed maybe 1-2 runs per game. right?
Mhm.
Last night, they messed that up. So I'm pretty sure the ERA it went up, but I think we're still ahead of everybody else, which is impressive because nobody gave us a chance. You
No,
know,
no.
yeah.
That's
I
all
gotta
I
give it to Cora. Cora knows how to manage these guys, man.
he does.
You know,
I always liked him as a manager, man.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, Hispanic, you know, so it's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
pride into that, man. So
Boricua, baby. These Puerto Rican kid. Get it right. Because if he was Guatemalan, you'll be like, oh yeah, Guatemalteco, ya tú sabes, blah, blah, blah.
uh,
Sir. He's Puerto Rican, sir.
he's
He's
Puerto
Puerto
Rican.
Rican.
He's definitely a good manager, man. He's good.
Oh, he's awesome,
Um,
man. He's awesome.
you know,
Everybody responds to him well. You know what I mean?
after
Um,
Frank Cohen, I could say, you know, I like him too. You know.
yeah, no, but there definitely is nobody like Tito. When Tito was managing, yeah, he was off the he was yeah he had everybody in line, bro. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so but eventually, you know, like the voices, you know, it dies on deaf ears. You know what I mean? After a
Mhm.
while, you know, constant, you know, Belichick,
That's why
Tito
change is good.
Francona.
You
Yeah,
know,
change is
change
good.
is good.
So
Yeah.
I'm wondering when Popovich is going to retire. You know what I mean? Because
Oh,
you
he's still
know
coaching.
he's still coaching, man.
Who's
Not only that,
don't
not
tell me he's
only
still
that.
is he still coaching the Spurs?
Yes. Not
No
only
freaking
that,
way.
this guy, yeah, man. Listen, this guy one time when what's his name? Kawhi Leonard, whatever his name is.
Learner, yeah.
Yeah, they had a game over there, and this guy with the old manner, you know, the old man mannerism,
Uh-huh.
he took the microphone for the public and was like, I need everybody in here to stop booing this man. I was like, oh, this guy lost it. I was like, this isn't a little league game, man. This is professional basketball. You're stolen adults. He was everybody's grandfather at that moment, bro.
Yeah,
Stop
man.
booing this man. You don't understand what he gave us when he was here.
That's so
Nothing because he
funny.
went somewhere else and won.
He was good, man. I like Leonard, man. He definitely made a team. He went to what's that team from?
Toronto.
Yeah, from Toronto,
Well,
man.
he did. Yeah, he went to Toronto after that. Yeah.
Yeah. He was scoring a lot of points, but it's been great, man. All I can say is I'm very happy to be
Mhm.
from New England and be watching all those
Titletown, baby.
great teams,
Titletown.
man. Titletown, definitely. We
That's
have
it.
all the best teams and the best fans in the United
Yeah.
States, man.
Absolutely,
And,
man.
it's like almost every year, you know, every season, a New England sports team is competing for something. You know, whether it's the Bruins, the Celtics, you know, the
Mhm.
Red Sox.
Oh, that's
You know,
another
and
team.
the
The Bruins,
Patriots.
they're doing pretty well. They're doing
Yeah,
pretty
that's what
well.
I'm saying. We always have something going on. You know, there's like some towns, you know, states that their team has is just straight up garbage, you know, and they go through like, you know, 5, 10 years, 15 years where nobody even knows who they are, you know, and
Listen, the,
over
the, the
here, man,
Oakland Athletics are projected to
who's
win.
that? Where they from?
That's the high school team down the street.
The Oakland Athletics.
The
Never heard
Oakland
of those guys.
Athletics are projected to win only 50 games or 55 games out of 100 and what is it? 162 season?
Games,
162
yeah,
games.
for the season, yeah.
They're only projected to win 55 games, bro.
Oh, man.
Max. That's horrible, bro.
That's how bad they are. That before the season begins, they are, you know, they already.
Not only that's embarrassing. What's embarrassing is they can't even give away tickets with $100 attached to it, bro. Because only like 7,000 people show up to these games, and less than that at times, bro. Can you believe that?
How do
You can't give away these tickets, man.
Nah,
Not even
that gotta
not
be
even if
really sad.
oh, that's horrible, man. That's like I'm like, you know what? I'll just walk away. I'll be like, you know what? I quit.
No, definitely. We have my brother watching Juan Carlos. Hey man,
Oh, what's going on? What's going
brother?
on? Thanks for
You
joining
know,
us.
this man is he loves soccer. You know,
Oh,
but
really? I can't really talk about soccer, but
no. But listen,
that's
during
yours.
the Celtic season and the Red Sox, he's always asking me questions.
Oh, that's good. He's trying
You
to
know,
learn.
so he's becoming a fanatic, you know, of
Yeah.
the New England teams, you know,
Yeah.
basketball and baseball. And I mean, I'll tell you, man, I have so many great memories, bro, when it comes to
Yeah.
sport. You
Yeah.
know, the people that know me, they always knew that, you know, like football on Sundays, it was over my house. You know,
Yeah.
there was always a party going on. You know,
Hmm.
I learned to have a lot of great times, you know, with my
Hmm.
daughter's friends and you guys, you know, always coming over the house and just having a great time. And I think that's the magic about sport. You know, it gives us memories at the same time. It unites a whole bunch of people together. You know, it puts a whole bunch of
Hmm.
people together. You know, to have a good time.
Yeah.
And it's also good too when you have friends that are like rivals. You know, that you
Yeah.
know they cheer for the opposite team. You know,
Like
because
Pepperoni Tony and his
Pepperoni,
Yankees.
he's a Yankee fan.
Mhm.
You know, he's a Lakers fan. He's a Yankee fan.
I
So
just don't understand. I don't understand how he's a Yankee fan and then he's a Cincinnati Bengals fan, right? I think that's what it is.
yeah,
He
yeah,
likes the
yeah. He
Bengals.
likes the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah.
How do you go
I
from New York to Cincinnati, bro? How does that?
I
Is that
don't
the
know,
New
man.
York water is damaging his brain? I don't understand.
I don't know, but yeah, he's definitely a fan of the Bengals, man, and he also loves his Yankees. And you know, we watched a lot of games together, and it's like Felix too. You know, your cousin
Yeah,
Felix. You
my
know,
cousin. Yeah,
he
cousin
loves
Philly. Yeah,
Buffalo. You know, he loves the Buffalo Bills. So, you know, when the Buffalo was doing good last
four
season.
time. Yeah, 4 time Super Bowl appearances, 4 time losses in a
Well,
row.
yeah, no,
But
I'm like, so when they were playing good last season, you know, all these Buffalo Bills fans, they were into it, man. You know, they thought they were gonna go
yeah,
to the Super Bowl, and sadly,
nah,
you know, it takes a lot. You know, only the Patriots can
you
pull it
got
off.
yeah, no, but not for nothing. But you got Mahomes now out there, man. Mahomes is yeah, that kid's dangerous, man. That kid's dangerous.
Yeah,
As long as that kid is on the field, man, he's a threat to every team in
yeah,
the league, man. That's championship caliber for a long time, man. Now we could talk like this because Brady's gone, and God knows how long we're gonna do anything. Hopefully,
no,
we
I mean,
we step it up, but
yeah, we'll see how
yeah.
this season goes. But I think we talked about this in the first podcast that we had in the first
Mhm,
episode that
mhm,
how the quarterbacks nowadays, you know, they're protected a lot. So they're
mhm,
able to get away with, you know, more time in the pocket. You know,
yeah,
they're not afraid they're going to get hit, you know,
mhm,
as bad as they used to before. So
mhm.
if Mahomes continues to play the way he does, you know what I'm saying? He definitely some competition for Brady, you know, when it comes to like, you know, the
Montana,
winning
Brady,
championships and stuff like that.
Troy Aikman.
You know, because they could stay healthy. You know, they don't get hit
Mhm.
like they used to. You know, and he
Well, I
definitely.
mean, if I'm the owner and I'm paying you $50 million a year, you better believe I'm trying to protect you so
Mhm.
that you can be able to go out there and perform the way I'm paying you to perform. You know,
Right, right,
I'm not
right.
gonna I'm not gonna I'm not gonna pay you $50 million and then you stub your toe and you can't play for the rest of the season. You know what
No,
I
but
mean?
listen, let me tell you something though. I seen I was it like 2 games. I think I seen my home play with a bad ankle. You know,
That
like
dude's
limping.
amazing.
And he has, you
Mhm.
know, so some big guys, you know, they get hurt, you know, with like a pinky or you know,
Shaq
and
was
they're out of
Shaq
the
was
game.
known for that, bro.
Who?
Shaq was known for Shaquille
Oh,
O'Neal. When he was known for stubbing his toe in his bedroom, and he's gone for a week. I'm like,
Yeah, you know, and in a couple of the games that I saw from Mahomes, bro, he really played well. You know, he limping, bro. But this
that
kid
kid.
has heart, so I
I
really
I
hope he gets. You know,
I see him like he's like a Steph Curry of football because this guy throws it from the water boy position, man, on the bench, and all of a sudden somebody's catching it in the end zone. No
yeah.
look passes. Pfft.
Be like,
I
how the
mean, this
hell
kid.
you cut that? Or how the
How
hell
the
you
hell did
pass
he?
that? You
How do
know?
you stop that? How do you stop that? That's like natural talent, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
straight up like that,
And
man.
and if I'm not mistaken, I think he was a baseball player too in
Yes,
college or
yeah.
so
That's the way
there's
That's why he's able to pass the ball the
so
way he
accurate.
is. You know,
Yes, that
because
and that's
baseball.
and not for nothing. Brady was the same. Brady
Yeah.
played baseball. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it goes to show you, man, that other sports do help in their,
Right.
the sport that they're in right now. So
Hmm.
it's amazing, man, what that kid's doing.
It's pretty good, man.
But
But it's all good, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. We
yeah,
can stay here and talk
yeah.
about sports all
Oh,
night.
absolutely.
That's why we
Listen, I got something. You know what? I got a guilty pleasure, man.
what is that?
Outer Banks. You ever watch it? Netflix?
Nah, nah. Was
No.
that a show?
Yeah, it's a series. I think it's like three seasons. I think right now. I haven't caught up to it, but let me tell you something.
Who else watches this? Let us know who else is, because
Yeah,
now I
Outer
want to know what it
Banks.
is.
Yeah, Outer Banks. It's a it's one of those feel good type of shows. Um, good storylines. Treasure hunting,
Mm.
right? Camaraderie, all the friends together. You know, getting into trouble for the greater good, but they're all unsupervised. How do you got a bunch of
Mm.
16, 15-year olds running amok all over downtowns, right?
Unsupervised.
Unsupervised, causing car crashes and you know murders. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Who is watching these kids, man? Right? Obviously, it's a show, right?
Mhm.
But it goes to show you, man, that a lot of this stuff, leads into reality, right?
Mhm.
You got a bunch of unsupervised kids doing things, and God knows what the hell they're doing. You know what I mean? But that's what leads us into our topic for today, man. Our social media and your kids. You remember those commercials back in the day, man, with the fried egg late at night? It used to come out. Do you know where your kids are at? And they just crack an egg in the pan.
Frying their brains.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're sleeping. That's number one.
Yeah.
I just left the room, unless that was Ferris Bueller in there with a mannequin. I'm sure my son is still sleeping.
Yeah, no.
But
Go
but
ahead.
it goes to show you, man, a lot of these PSAs meant a lot back then, right?
Mhm.
Like little scare tactics of smoking weed, the boogeyman, the gateway drugs, and yada yada yada, man. But nowadays, man, social media is pretty much out of control, bro. It's out of control. Everything's on social media, but how do you control stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like, what do we do as parents to try to control certain things, certain apps? It's difficult, man, because we don't have 24 hours in a day to be watching our kids 24 hours and monitoring what they do on their phones, on their computers. It's difficult, man. What do you think about that?
I mean, I totally agree with you on that. It's difficult, but even though that is difficult, it's something that as a parent, you got to stay on top of it. You always got to supervise what your kids are watching, the games they play, the videos they watch,
Yeah.
um, because unfortunately, there's something going on. That uh, if your child happens to watch something for a extended amount of time, or likes a video, um you know the website or site where they are will continue feeding what they like or what they watch, for a extended period of time. So that's why it's very important to pay attention to everything they watch, because it's this good thing, there's a lot of good things,
Yeah.
but there's also a lot of garbage, that they need to that we need to be aware of.
Let me give you this round number real quick. And it's recent. It's a stat that just came out. Well, not just came out. It's probably close to a year. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think every so often, or they wait a gap period to put out stats and make it accurate, right?
Okay.
So this stat that I'm about to give you was from 2023. That was the last time they put these stats together.
So I mean, that wasn't too long
How
ago.
many? No, it's about a year. I mean, we just turned a year, so we're 4 months in already. So, how many predators do you think are online right now as we speak?
So God, that's I could imagine it's an exaggerated number, I would think.
I want to say this first of all. I want to say this before we even go into that. The number is small, but is also large, right?
Okay.
It's one of those things. Was like, wow, I thought it was more, right?
Mm.
But it's staggeringly low as I thought. And maybe it's because they've been cracking down on these things, and
Mhm.
but I tried to research a little more to see what the numbers were prior to these stats being official.
Mhm.
They weren't too much off. You want me to give you that number? How many predators
Yeah,
are
I'm
online?
sure everybody wants to know. Yeah, now you got us thinking
Five
right there.
hundred thousand predators online as we speak
In the United States. Those numbers are in
in
the
the
United
U.S.
States. Okay.
In the U.S. In the U.S. They're active. This number is also low, but is also way too much
Mhm.
when it comes to underage kids and how many fall victim to these 500 predators out there. Do you want
Mhm.
to know that number, buddy?
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
give it to you.
Fill
I'm
me
gonna give it to you raw, kid.
in.
20% of our kids fall victim to these predators online.
Wow. That's sad. That's
It's a
very
low number, but it's way too much. That's way too many. That's way too many kids.
that one
20% of
star is
kids, man.
already too much, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, well, I think 1% is too much.
Yeah.
So controlling kids on social media, very difficult. Again, you're saying monitoring but let's be realistic, man. You know, we ain't perfect. You know, as parents, we ain't perfect. We try to monitor as much as we can. We get tired. We get busy. Life happens. You know, we juggle many hats throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month. Um, Monitoring kids is one of those hats.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, if we don't do a little better in monitoring these kids or our kids,
Mhm.
then they could be a stat, man, and that's unfortunate.
Mm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
It goes back to our 5 minutes, our little 5 minute segment with our
Mhm.
kids.
Mhm.
5 minutes, five. Okay, sure, 5 minutes. But let's dive into that 5 minutes. Do we go back to see why they want 5 minutes?
Mhm.
Okay, what do you want 5 minutes for? Give me a tablet. Let me check. I'm guilty, man. I'm like, okay, 5 minutes, and I walk away.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
I'm either doing something else, I'm on a phone call, we give them that time limit. We even set an alarm, and still, we're not perfect, right? Because we trust our kids to be doing the right things. But here's the thing: a 5-year old, a 6-year old, an 8-year old, really, you know, they're 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 not. We can't blame them, right? They can fall victim to any little thing. I got a whole thing of Skittles right here. Look at this.
Mhm.
I bet you give a 3-year-old, hey, the old Skittle trick in the white van, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Disclaimer: I don't have a white van, by the way. But kids that age, man, candy, toys, anything that attracts their interest, they can fall easily, man.
Yeah.
It's very sad. What I do for a living, we see this day in and day out, especially girls, man. Falling victim, and a lot of times is their own friends leading them into these paths. You know, um, Showing them different things. Opening their eyes to things that they've never seen. You
Mhm.
know, because we're raising them right now.
Yeah.
We got some schmuck showing them some stuff that's like, hey, check this out. And
Mhm.
now the curiosity is, oh, wait a minute, where'd you get that? How can I get that? Oh,
Mm.
it's easy. You can download it on your phone.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I agree with that,
So
yeah.
yeah, so that it's staggering, man, on the how many predators that are actually, monitoring, Roblox, Minecraft,
Wow.
a bunch of these chat rooms that you think that, your kid, oh no, he's just playing, and you hear him screaming
Mhm.
and this and that. It starts with, hey, how you doing? Can I
Mhm.
be your friend? And next thing you know, they're caught. There's
Mm.
another thing called digital kidnapping. You know what that is?
No, I never heard of it. No.
All right, digital kidnapping is very simple, and we're all guilty of it. Anybody who has a Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever the case may be, um, you're we're guilty, and we can easily fall victim to digital kidnapping. Digital kidnapping is pretty much any pictures that you post of your kids online. These predators are taking them and using them, selling them in the black market. And listen, I'm not saying these things to scare you and stop posting and whatnot. It's just for you to be aware, right?
Mhm.
To
Yeah,
be
well,
aware.
that's what this topic is. That's why we
Yeah,
chose this topic, because
yeah. We just
it's something big and it's happening, and
Mhm.
we have to protect our children. So,
Absolutely, man.
we're not trying to scare you. We're trying to inform you on what's
Inform.
going on because, yeah,
You know,
we
provide awareness.
provide awareness. This is something that we always wanted to do. It's filling people with information that we know is going to be a benefit for themselves or for their
Hmm.
family, and we're just trying to be some type of help. You know,
Hmm.
but go ahead.
Yeah, no. It's exactly what you're saying. We're just trying to inform. We're not trying to
Hmm.
scare, right?
Hmm.
Because what's going to be the next big app? TikTok just came in and blasted everything out of the water, right?
Hmm.
You had Vine at one point. All these funny videos, and you know, so anything that any predator can use against you, they're gonna use it, man. They're gonna use it. Look at this. That's my daughter, actually.
Hmm.
That's Nana. Hey, Nana. They do a bunch of AI things to pictures. Yes, they do.
You know.
Absolutely. What they do is that they'll sell it in the market. Believe it or not, you got some sickos out there that would buy pictures of little kids in a pool with bathing suits. Unfortunately, you see what I'm saying.
Hmm.
So that's what I say when and you can look this up. It's called digital kidnapping. Anything that could be digitally taken
Hmm.
online, because once you sign up for Facebook, listen, I don't care how good you are on keeping everything private, a secret or whatnot. You got hackers. You got people out there that do their thing, and they'll find these things, right?
Hmm.
And again, we're not all perfect, but we try, right?
Hmm.
So a lot of times, again with the going back to the 5 minute thing, we don't realize, oh yeah, he's just playing Roblox, and we continue doing what we're doing, washing the car, cooking, doing whatever. But thankfully, at that age, they're not able to communicate as well, right?
Hmm.
Like so I've sat with my daughter, the with Nani, the little one.
Hmm.
I sat with her and I've watched her play Roblox. You know, then she's fallen into these rooms that are supposed to be designed for her age. But then you see the 12-year-old or the 15-year-old that sneaks in there, to win a challenge or whatever it is. And you hear them communicating, right? Every now and then you hear an F bomb or whatever. And you're like,
Hmm.
I thought this was supposed to be for a 5-year-old. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, you know, that's what I mean with paying attention to the kids.
Hmm.
It's like even those little things that you think that are safe, are supposed to be safe, aren't really safe,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
you know and a lot of these predators, they'll start fishing on the older ages, right? 12 to 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
They'll start asking questions, and next thing you know, man, they're at your door.
Yeah.
Then you got the white van with the Skittles, you know yeah, showing up down the street.
Yeah.
you know I mean, it's crazy. You think that no matter how much we try to protect our kids, man, are we really protecting them? Right? We always worry about the bigger picture, but it's never these little things that we actually pay attention to. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? It's just staggering.
You always got to look at what other people don't see. You have to see it, and it all starts, by how much you educate them, by how much you feel comfortable talking to them. I think that when it comes to all these predators, that are online, trying to get kids' attention and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I don't think that we should be afraid, scared, ashamed to talk to our kids. We should always let them know and make them aware of
Yeah.
what's going on, because you definitely don't want them to experience something,
Mhm.
uncomfortable while they're, playing a video game
Yeah.
on their on their video console. So
Mhm.
educate, talk to them. I got a 5-year-old son. I'm always talking to him. I'm always letting him know why I don't want him watching certain things, and he understands. Even though he's 5 years old, he understands very well. And soon as he plays something or something comes up that dad and him talked about it, what does
Mhm.
he do? He swipes
Yeah.
up, or he
Yeah.
goes on. He's like, Dad, that's something you don't like, or
Mhm.
so he knows, so they understand. So
Yeah.
everything starts with you educating your kids, you not
Mhm.
being afraid or scared
Afraid.
or ashamed to talk to them,
Mhm.
and just let them know what's going
Yeah.
on. Because if you don't let them know what's going on, if you don't teach them, if you don't educate them, someone's going to take advantage of of them,
Mhm.
because they're unaware of what other people's purposes are. When you're a
Mhm.
kid, you think everybody's your friend, you think everybody loves you. That if someone says, oh, how you doing, buddy, or things like that,
Yeah.
they think, oh, this is my friend. But no, we have to educate our kids. We
Yeah.
have to. There's absolutely no doubt about that. That as a parent, you have a big responsibility of
Mhm.
making your kid aware of what's out there. There's a lot of
Mhm.
wolves out there. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah. Well, at your son's age and my daughter's age, right? How much presence do you think they have online?
You mean like how much time do they spend?
How much time? How many pictures are out there of them?
Oh,
Uh,
well, I mean, I think that once you download one picture, that thing goes all over the place. So that's definitely a
you
lot.
you want to hear this scary number?
Oh man.
I'm about to scare you off your chair there, pal.
Hold on. Let me brace for this. But go ahead, give us the number, because as a parent, I want to know. I want to
By
know.
the age of 2, your kid already has a 90% social media presence.
Mm. And that will probably have to do with the times we upload pictures of them.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely. Absolutely. And but again, we have parties, we want to share
Mhm,
pictures with, birthdays, accomplishments,
mhm.
all these things, man. your kid has 90% by the age of 2, mind you. By the age of 2, they already have a 90% presence online. Yeah.
It'll become 100 when they open their own profile.
When they start posting on their own. Yeah. Can you
Yep,
believe that, man?
that's crazy, man.
That is now mind you, these stats are as of 2023.
Mm.
So I'm curious to see what the numbers will be after 2024, right? It's
Mhm.
it's it's insane on the presence that they have, and they can't even speak yet. They
Yeah,
cannot even speak.
okay. There's a question there for you.
Social media or game apps, that's a combination. It's a combination. Now, when these stats are what the numbers that I'm giving you is overall social media presence. It could be Facebook, it could be game apps, it could be, you uploading a picture uh, to your email. Because believe it or not, that's part of it. You could chat on Google. You can do all kinds of stuff. You got hackers out there. So when I say social media, it's an overall presence. You see, so you have this presence that's like pretty much uncontrollable. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean about social media presence.
Okay. It's definitely a deep topic, man. And there's we just got to take care of our kids, and there's so much we
Didn't I tell you she
got
was gonna
going
make she was gonna show up?
on. Hi, beautiful. How you doing?
Yeah, There goes your 90% presence right here. These
Yeah.
this is my friend right here. So let me tell you about this guy right here that just posted, man.
Mhm.
Right. Well,
That's a
let's read
good
about
comment.
what is it? These kids get exposed to way too much stuff out here. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, just
I
commercials
agree with that.
alone.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, just commercials alone. Pop ups. They're already exposed, right? I mean, you got all kinds of stuff. Um, David Smith, he's one of the I met when I first moved down here to Florida in 2009, and since 2009, I can honestly say that that's like a brother to me. Ever since you and Tony and Hector, were left
Mhm.
behind, and I moved on over here. He pretty much filled that void, man. On having somebody that close
That's
as
what's
I
up.
am with you, yeah, as I am with you guys. So he's one that I definitely, I ask advice. You know what I mean? I talk to all the time. So he's a good friend of mine. He's not a coworker. He's a brother.
He's a
You know?
brother.
Yeah, yeah,
um, we have another comment here. The
yeah.
music industry is very
Very influential.
influential.
Yes, there's actually a. Hold on a second, Mama. There's actually a. This is uncut and unfiltered, like we said before, right? So
Yep.
here we go. We got the kids
It's
popping in.
organic.
Yeah, it's organic as possible. Um, there was an article many years ago. I would say it's probably over 20 years ago. About the presence of hip hop and the culture and who pretty much designed or how it should be designed to be put out there, right? Um, the article was about a meeting that all the big wigs had on how to put out this music, how to influence with the music, and how to fill private prisons.
Mm.
Yeah, when it comes to hip hop, that gangster rap or whatever it is. Um, so that article was put out there, like I said, maybe it was close to 20 years already. But you see it now. Prisons are overflowing, right? Where I work at in our county, Seminole County, there was a lady that was shot and killed over a music beef between Kodak Black and some other guy.
Wow.
So the lady was just visiting from a college, hanging out with her friends, went to the club, they all hung out, and rival gangs, because they liked one or the other, started arguing and had a drive-by shooting, and this lady died because of it.
Go
And she
figure.
was just visiting.
Wow.
So, like she says, the music industry does have an influence. You see, and it shows you right there. You know, you're just out trying to have a good time, enjoying music that you supposedly like,
Hmm.
and you never make it back home
Hmm.
because you got a bunch of punks out there thinking that they're bad, tough guys, don't even know the singer
Hmm.
or the rapper, and they go ahead and you know and fight their battles. It doesn't make any sense to me. But again, it's an influence through music, you see, and it goes back to that article, right? The article of getting how can we influence and make these guys do what we want them and buy our music and dress the way we want them to dress, right? How do they're doing it 20 years later, they're doing it. Yeah. Say hi. Say hi to the audience. We got a special guest,
You got
unannounced special guest.
it. No, it's definitely. I mean, there's. I think everything has a good influence. Everything that it's out there has a bad influence. I think it's how we handle and how we take things. That's how it's going to have an effect on our lives and the effect on our kids and ourselves and stuff like that. So we have another comment. Huh? She's very active today. I like that. She's participating a lot with us today.
That's good. That's good.
Go ahead.
What is it? I feel like a lot of young people are being influenced by artists by showing them a lifestyle that is fun and cool, but not good. Absolutely agree.
Mm.
Not only that, um, not only that it's fun and cool, they show them a lifestyle on how to, how to present themselves in public, how to speak in public. You know, um, great example, mumble rap. It is exactly what you think it is. Mumble, right? It's
Mhm.
garbage.
Mhm.
You know, um, you like what you like, and that's what it is. But you know, we have no control over these things at all. You know.
Yeah. It's crazy, for you guys know Justin Bieber, right? Everybody knows him. For a couple of times I have seen videos of this young fella. He he when he started singing at a very young age, and he definitely gained popularity really fast. He made a lot of millions and millions of dollars. He started hanging out with all these, rappers and singers. And
Hmm.
as a kid or as a young teenager, you will look at him and you probably would want to have his lifestyle
Yeah.
and be where he is. You have all these millions of girls, like screaming
They
his
make, they
name.
make, they make, they make it look easy.
Yeah, but what caught my attention was the other day where he's recording himself and almost like an apology video to his fans of why he's canceling some concerts, and he had like facial paralysis, you
Mm.
know and he's going through a lot of struggles. He's also, there was a song that he made, not too long ago, I think, where he talks about how people judge him for the stupid things he did when he was a kid, but
Mhm.
he never really had a childhood. He was always like uh in the, trying to like with the fans, trying to please them, always coming out with the next hit and stuff like that. So the music industry, it robs you from all these uh benefits that as a child you should have or you deserve to have, just because
Mhm.
of fame. And sometimes we envy these people that live this lifestyle, but they're not really happy.
Yeah.
And you could tell by the way he sings, and you could tell by the way he
Mhm.
talks that he wish he probably could have done things different, and
Yeah.
maybe live his life better as a child and not
Mhm.
as a child artist. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and a lot of young kids, they see these rappers, they see these singers with the nice cars and nice jewelry, and all the fans, yelling their name, and they're like, oh man, I want to be like that. But in reality, do you want to be like that?
Nah.
It's where you're being influenced by things that maybe are not real,
Yeah.
and because
Mhm.
you're chasing those dreams, you might lose out on life and your childhood, and your friends that maybe truly love you, they don't follow you because you got a lot of money, or because you're fine, or you're famous, or you might be some type of benefit from them, but they love you because of who you really are. So I mean, it's pretty deep, man, when
Yeah.
it comes to like this, music industry, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now check this one out. You got 84% of child kidnapping cases were facilitated through social media. 84% of kidnapping cases. That is crazy, man. But that
mhm.
goes to show you right there that our kids are talking to people they think are friends. Oh, that's my online friend. A great example would be my son. A few years ago, I heard him like yelling and screaming, arguing with some kid on online over a
Mm,
video game. And I'm like, who you talking to like that? You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
mm.
you sound angry, man. Like, you about to murder this kid, man. So, oh no, it's my friend Dominic. And I'm like, Dominic who? Like, I thought it was his cousin. And he said, no, it's my friend Dominic from California. Okay, California.
When did you go to California?
Yeah. How do you know Mr. Dominic? And why do you call him a friend? Oh, I we met online. I'm like, okay. So now they're using that friend category very loosely, right? Because we look at friendships and it's supposed to be a meaningful title, right? A friendship.
Right.
Now, you go from acquaintances to friends, right? Hopefully that's the case. And eventually a brotherhood, right?
Right.
Or a lifelong friendship,
Friendship.
right?
Yeah.
So, nowadays they're using that stuff very loosely, man. You hear them all the time. It's like, how are you guys are friends, man? You guys hung out. You know what I mean? You guys,
We chat all the time.
chatting on, but that's today's age, man. But then we start looking a little deeper into that, and you're like, if they're using that title very loose like that, what does that tell, or what does that build into their confidence? That you cannot go out there, no, I'm not saying that my son has this issue, because he doesn't. He has his friends out here at school and whatnot, but I'm speaking overall in general terms about these kids that are losing their ability to be confident in public, because it's easy for them to say, oh, that's my online friend. And everything's online, and everything is this, and everything is that, and everything is, let's be friends here, but they never met. So what does that speak when they're going out there? They're not building that friendship category as it should, right? Because they don't have the confidence to do it.
Yeah. They could talk for hours, chat for hours, but then when you put them face to face, they don't know what to say.
They don't know what to say.
And the reason why that happens is because when you have, right, a bunch of friends, thousands or hundreds of friends online, and you chat with them, right? And after you are done chatting with them, you feel lonely, you feel depressed, you feel like you have no friends, even though your Facebook says you have 1,500 friends or max friends, 3,000
1,500
friends. You still, the majority of friends that you have, your brain does not register that as real friends, because when you have a physical friend, like I know my brain is, as I'm talking to you face to face, my brain is registering all your body movements, your emotions, everything that you're doing it. And the brain is actually understanding that whoever is making a connection with you. But when you're doing all this, chatting and everything online, your brain does not register that. So it's almost, that's why that happens, that you could talk to someone through text messages, or through via Facebook or Messenger, whatever, and or video games, and talk with them, have a type of all conversations, and then when you finally meet them, you have nothing to say. Is that because your brain has not processed that? It doesn't recognize that. So that's why it's very important that we have like physical friends, and we have that interaction, that connection, that physical connection, of seeing each other face to face. So it's pretty deep, man. We have another comment here. I thought this one was pretty good. The devil uses these kids through the music nowadays to get his work done. What do you think of that? These are deep comments, man. That's
that's a fact. I mean, you hear it through the music.
They don't hide it no more.
I'm not trying to get
up. They used to hide this stuff. Now I'm
not trying to get all conspiracy theory and stuff like that, man. But when you grew up a certain way and you start seeing change is good, right? But not all change is good. So, we have to advance with technology and social media. We have to, but we also have to be conscious of how we're using these things and what we're doing with them, right?
Hmm.
So with this, the music stuff, man, is it's like come on, man. Uh, I don't even know where to begin with this stuff. With the award shows, you see it, man. They're worshiping God knows who. But a lot of it, it goes hand in hand with conspiracy theories and Illuminati stuff, and but then you actually start seeing it. You got a bunch of YouTubers and all pointing stuff out. Some of them, they do, exaggerate a little. You know what I mean? But when they start pointing stuff out and you start seeing it, you're like, yeah, it kind of makes sense to me right now. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that is an upside down cross. why? Why is that upside down?
I see,
Yeah, or Baphomet. You start seeing a bunch of all these things, man.
but
What do you think about?
but before
Don't
they
go to Diddy parties. That's all I gotta say. Stay
for
stay away
people
from
that
Diddy
are
parties.
watching, come on, let us know. What do you guys think of what's going on with Diddy? Let us know with your
Speaking
comments.
of Diddy,
What, you have a party to go to?
no,
Let me find out. You're in Florida, bro. Don't let us down, Jose.
negative, sir.
Uh,
56% of teens get requests for personal information, and 27% have discussed sex online. And the only reason I said speaking of Diddy was because, you know, again, we start seeing these things now. We didn't see it back then, but we start seeing it now when he brought out Justin Bieber, when he brought out that
that's what
group
I'm
that he
saying.
had.
All these young kids,
Um,
man, they
yeah,
yeah,
man.
man.
It's started now. It all starting to make sense
Mhm.
because of social media, because we have access to all these things, and it's an easier avenue to put these things out faster, right? Without, even if you get blocked, even if you get yeah, he sure is a sicko. you know, even if you get blocked or canceled or whatever, you still put it out there, so people can be aware of these things, right? When
Mhm.
Diddy started that, back then, that group of young kids rapping in a building, they had them all in an apartment somewhere, and they were, the best rapper wins with the contest or whatever it was. Supposedly he was abusing some of those kids in there, man. But here's the thing. How did those kids get there? When social media first started coming out, when the first chats online, sharing videos. Justin Bieber, for example, his talented kid when he was a young, when he was 8, 9, 10 years old,
Yeah. Mhm.
playing drums, playing guitar, singing. You know how
Mhm.
did his stuff get out there? When Vine was around, YouTube first started coming out. You know, all
Mhm.
these videos started getting where they needed to get to, and the predators started paying attention.
Mm.
You see, so it's like, how do you control? I don't think you can control it. We can try to slow it down, but it's like anything else, man. Once you stop something, they'll figure another thing out, and they'll just go through the back door. No
Yeah.
pun intended with Diddy. Back door.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, there's so much to talk about social media. I know
It's too
there's
much.
it's a lot. We could stay here for hours talking about this. I think on some final thoughts, we just got to do what we talked about in the beginning. Is just to protect our kids, educate our kids, let them know what's going on out there, make them aware. There's absolutely nothing wrong with
Mhm,
warning your children of
mhm,
the evil possibilities that are out there trying to hunt them, and
mhm.
trying to abuse them in any kind of way. There's so many different types of